Hey, what is up, mortals? It is Hazel here with a new video for you. In this video, we'll dive into Prushka from the Made in Abyss anime. I just wanted to greet you guys by saying, just sit back and relax. You're in for a treat. So let's get started. Made in Abyss has a lot of interesting characters that have a positive relationship with Riko, Reg, and Nanachi, most hating the series antagonist, Bondrud. Prushka is unique in that she has a positive relationship with both Riko and Bondrud. How can a sweet, innocent girl possibly have any affection for one of the cruelest antagonists in a series? We're going to find out in this video. Prushka was originally born to one of Bondrud's Umbra hands in the 5th layer. As a baby, the Curse of the Abyss took a toll on her physically, mutilating her body and breaking her psyche. Her father worked to salvage her, but little to no results showed, and he considered killing her. Bondrud showed surprising empathy and picked her up, hugging her closely. He sensed that she cursed life and told her father, "A prayer cannot be born from one who knows only of joy." According to him, Prushka's hatred for living would allow her to heal and be the only one to accomplish something very special. The name Prushka was given to her by Bondrud, and it means flower of dawn. After christening her, he took over the role of her father. Prushka had been given medicine to recover from the curse, but she was akin to a feral animal. She hid from the Umbra hands and screeched when they tried to reach out to her. One unsuccessful day had the Umbra hand, Guerra, trying to give her the medicine. Prushka refused to come out of her hiding place until Bondrud arrived with a gift for her on her 10th birthday. He presented her with a small rabbit-like animal that piqued her curiosity. As Prushka came out of hiding to investigate, Bondrud told her that the creature was called a Menastilum, which means a child of change. Being a small child with mental damage, Prushka could not pronounce the name and instead called it Menya. She felt comforted by its soft fur and finally let her guard down for the first time. At this, Bondrud mused that this was the day her life would change and declared it her birthday. With the emotional support from having Menya, Prushka slowly began recovering and learning. As she got older, she began exploring Idu front, but not without boundaries. She was forbidden from going upstairs due to the curse affecting her intensely when she was elevated. Despite this warning, she chased Menya up the stairs one day and suffered the effects of the curse. Her baby teeth, fingernails, and upper left arm were all broken, leaving her as a bloody mess on the floor. The Umbra hand escorting her, Guerra, was unsure of her psyche returning, but Bondrud was confident she would recover. Prushka did indeed recover, but a permanent side effect was her hair becoming curly. Her curiosity was not satiated, and she wanted to learn why Menya was not affected by the curse. She sweet-talked Guerra with her to let her wander around. She also let him know that smelling Menya's fur gave her the ability to see waves in the abyss's curse. While avoiding the curse, Prushka could ascend without being affected, leading to her going on small adventures. One day, a cartridge caught her attention while she accompanied Bondrud in his lab and questioned him about it. He told her it was another little girl whose physical form was now inside the cartridge to help him with his research. Prushka was enthused about wanting to help him, which delighted Bondrud, saying he would be able to overcome any night with her at his side. Prushka's sweet nature never went away and only strengthened. Idu Front used people that failed to become Umbra hands as servants and lacked the ability to speak. Even though they did not communicate, Prushka still praised them for their hard work and gave kind words. When the main trio made their way to Idu Front, Prushka was fully recovered. Bondrud informed her of their arrival and seemed to have high regard for them. Prushka was initially nervous and jealous until she saw they were of similar size. Her initial interactions with them are suspicious and standoffish. When speaking to Reg, he stayed silent, which caused Prushka to become distressed and worried that she was too cold. She desperately asked their names to start a conversation, doing a 180, becoming warm and friendly. Her close affection with Bondrud caught the three off guard, who asked Prushka to show them to their room. She excitedly showed them around, proudly announcing that she cleaned the room. She questioned them about the meaning of their names and life above the surface. They learned about Prushka never having been out of the abyss her entire life. They excitedly told her about everything they had seen before coming to Idu Front, all closely bonding with Prushka, but especially Riko. During the night, Riko left the room to search for missing Reg and Nanachi. She ended up ascending the stairs and suffering from the curse. Before it destroyed her completely, Prushka pulled her back down, saving her. Riko gained lacerations on her face and hand that required stitches, along with breaking her teeth after unconsciously clenching them too hard. During this time, Riko and Prushka bonded more, talking about the former's reason for wanting to go down to the bottom of the abyss. Riko excitedly told her about her fondness for her friends. Prushka and Bondrud were questioned about their relationship by Riko and Nanachi, respectively. Both had nothing but positive and loving things about the other. Using Menya, Riko and Prushka slowly made their way up the stairs. They found Reg being experimented on by the Umbra hands. Prushka angrily demanded them to stop, saying he was a guest of theirs. She was shocked and caught off guard when they informed her that Bondrud ordered Reg to be tested on. Reg freed himself and used his grapple hook to escape with Riko, Nanachi, and Prushka. Still in shock, Prushka couldn't bring herself to leave Bondrud and chose to return to Edo Front, but let the others leave. She was convinced it was a misunderstanding and that Bondrud would reason with her. Before saying goodbye, Prushka nervously told Riko that she wanted to go on adventures with them. During the fight between Reg and Bondrud, Prushka deliberated over who she should support, but became distressed when she saw what appeared to be the corpse of her father. Bondrud took over the body of an Umberhand and transferred his soul into it, telling her that her love for him kept him living. Prushka was overjoyed to see him alive again, falling asleep soon after. She woke up on an operating table with Bondrud prepping her for surgery. She told him she wanted to see Dawn with him, which he agreed to. He surgically altered her body, taking out her important internal organs and putting them into a cartridge. Despite being mutilated, Prushka kept her sentience. During this time, her friends began searching for her. They encountered Bondrud and battled him. Towards the end of the battle, a cartridge fell on the ground. Menya approached it and began licking the fluid that came out. After realizing that Prushka was inside, Menya began crying, alerting the others to the cartridge's identity. Prushka's mind was still conscious inside of the cartridge, albeit in extreme pain. She felt herself strengthening Bondrud and wanted to support him, but also her new friends. Her wish was for Bondrud to understand her friends and get along with them. When the battle died out, she yearned to go on adventures with Riko. Everyone survived, except for Prushka, who remained in the cartridge. Riko learned of her fate and broke down, sobbing. Her mental state fell apart, feeling the warm pulsing inside and not knowing if Prushka can feel pain or not. As the fluids poured out, Prushka's affection towards Riko and her longing for adventure created a life-reverberating stone as a white whistle that only the latter can use. With Bondrud's blessing, Prushka's soul joined Riko's group on their descent. The anime has currently ended here as of the third movie and season 2 is being developed, but the story continues in the manga. The group entered the 6th layer, where Prushka's whistle was stolen and taken to a Narehate village. When she was tracked down, she had been taken to a Narehate jeweler who began carving her into a true white whistle. She was returned to Riko after longing to be with her again, and with her new form, she was able to communicate more clearly. While the village was attacked by a creature, Prushka protected Riko with her strong emotions toward her. The village was later attacked by Faputa, who told Reg that she was aware of Prushka as the life-reverberating stone. While the trio slept, before entering the village, Faputa found Prushka on Riko and realized that Prushka could not be heard. She stole it and took the whistle to the jeweler, requesting that he carve it to become a white whistle and communicate better. This was also a test to see how strong the bond between Riko and Prushka was if the former tracked down and recovered the latter. Reg and Faputa met again after the village was destroyed and fought together to take down 2 beasts. Prushka had the ability to activate relics, so Riko blew on the whistle to help Reg and fell unconscious right after. Prushka appeared as a human in Riko's dream after they continued their journey with Faputa in tow. Riko asked her if she could hear the voice of the person inside of her mother's white whistle, but she didn't. Prushka's suspicious nature came back when she asked Riko about the relationship between Reg and Faputa. She was wary of their closeness, but Riko assured her that she was happy they got to see each other again. They moved on to the subject of Faputa and the village's history. Before they got too in-depth in their conversation, Prushka told Riko that someone was trying to wake her up and they would talk again at a later time. This is where the manga has ended as of this video, but I'm sure we'll see Prushka again since she has become a very important person to Riko. Now, let's go over the basics. Prushka has had multiple appearances in the series. When she was a young child, she had bugged-out eyes with blood flowing out of them. As she grew older, her eyes became normal and her hair grew longer. She has always had pale skin, red eyes, white hair, and a thin body. Originally, her hair was somewhat straight, but it curled significantly and gained green tips after she climbed the staircase and suffered the curse. When Rico and the others first met Prushka, she appears to be a young teenager. Her age is never stated, but she has a more developed body than Rico and seems more mature. She wears a multi-layered green, white, and brown dress along with a green hat, green boots, green gloves, and a green tie. Her original appearance as a life-reverberating stone looks like an anatomical heart. After Faputa has it carved into a white whistle, it appears similar to a bird's beak. Most of the characters in the series are very kind-hearted and caring, and Prushka is no different. She sees the best in everyone and genuinely feels affection for anyone she knows personally. She is hesitant and nervous, sometimes suspicious before meeting someone, but she opens up and warms up quickly, depending on how their interaction goes. She cares for everyone, including the servants in Idu front who are essentially brain dead. Despite them not reacting at all to her words, she encourages and praises them for their hard work. She is kind, responsible, mature, and curious since she has never left Idu front or experienced any higher layers, including the surface. Even though she has experienced the curse of ascending the 5th layer, she continually tests it with Menya, seeing how far they can go without being affected. This curiosity led to her finding out about the waves in the abyss and how to avoid them. Prushka has some medical knowledge, shown when Rico suffers deep lacerations from the curse, but is quickly stitched up and recovered. Her first close relationships were with Bondrud and Menya, so she is loyal to them. Bondrud took on the role of her father, and she is very fond of him. Despite having a tight bond with him, Prushka knows right from wrong and will stand up for her friends. She still loves Bondrud, but doesn't want him hurting any more people. Rico is her first true friend outside of Idu front, and they become close quickly. Rico shares similar dreams and adventures as Prushka, so they want to travel together. Prushka gave up her physical form to help Bondrud, and after that, she longed to stay with Rico. Their strong bond allowed her to become Rico's White Whistle and be together. As a White Whistle, she gains the power to activate relics, which aids the group on their journey. She also has the ability to emotionally communicate with Rico, and her true soul appears in Rico's dreams to interact with each other. Prushka has only appeared in the manga and the 3rd movie, with a small cameo at the end of the 2nd movie. Despite her short screen time, she is arguably one of the most important characters plot-wise and relationship-wise. Thank you all for indulging yourselves in all this information thus far. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, there are a few more things that I'd like to go over before the video ends. Firstly, if you're in the mood for some great storytelling, We the Celestials have got you covered. Our We the Celestials, My Hero Academia, and Naruto What Up channels retell the story of their namesake anime with a twist. Check it out if you're interested. Secondly, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in the production of today's awesome content. Their details can be found in the description below. Lastly, if you're interested in what we do here at We the Celestials, then I'd like to extend you an invitation to join the team. The only caveat being that we only accept members from 16 years and up to join our crew. You can sign up for whichever category fulfills your interest by joining the recruitment Discord using the link in the description below. We're always looking for members to join us. Well, that's it from us for today's video, so thank you all for watching, and have a great day.